Hello folks, and welcome back to another episode of my dinosaur series. Last episode we talked about how Stegosaurus used metabolic heat production on their back plates to cool down their temperature, and how Ankylosaurus used its armor on its back to defend itself against predators like T-Rex. Both Stegosaurus and Ankylosaurus in common use their tails as weapons against attacking predators. The only difference is that the Stegosaurus's tail was spiked, while the Ankylosaurus's tail was clubbed. Now that we recapped all of that, let's talk about some certain carnivorous theropod dinosaurs that are much related to crocodiles, known as the Spinosaurids. And what are these species, you ask? Well, they're a family of theropods that spend most of their time in water as they do on land, just like with crocodiles and hippos. And it's also common with seals and sea lions too. Spinosaurids are also a family of theropods that may have had a crocodile-like appearance, meaning that they might have acted more like crocodiles than regular dinosaurs. Right now, you'll get to know more about the Spinosaurid species as I talk about two species of that family, Spinosaurus and Baryonyx. Let's start with Spinosaurus, shall we? The dinosaur name Spinosaurus means spine lizard because of the sail and giant spines it had on its back. The enlarged sail Spinosaurus had on its back was about 6 feet long, about as big as a grown man. The sail might have been used for metabolic heat production. It's like what I said about the Stegosaurus's bony plates. The sail might even have helped Spinosaurus swim through water, like a crocodile, even though crocodiles don't really have sails on their backs. Most paleontologists determined that the sail on the Spinosaurus's back might have been used to look bigger than other ordinary dinosaurs. Spinosaurus itself was estimated to be about 60 feet long and 20 feet in height, even bigger than the world's famous T-Rex. And in fact, Spinosaurus had a role in the movie Jurassic Park 3, where it was thought to be a monstrous brute big and strong enough to take down T-Rex. But that theory was debunked. Spinosaurus's jaws were as weak as a modern-day crocodile's, while the T-Rex's jaws were as strong as a hippo's. So if a crocodile were to go against a hippo, the hippo would probably win. Unlike T-Rex, Spinosaurus remains were discovered in northern Africa, in Egypt, and T-Rex hadn't evolved yet when Spinosaurus was around. In year 1912, Spinosaurus fossils were discovered by paleontologist Ernst Stormer, before later in the years it was destroyed in 1944 during World War II. Luckily, all of Stormer's evidence was not lost when he collected what was left of the Spinosaurus. Over the years, paleontologists were trying to figure out what Spinosaurus might have looked like, and it was first thought to have a monstrous-like appearance, kind of like T-Rex's face. But that was before paleontologists discovered other species that had a crocodile-like appearance, and so they thought Spinosaurus might have had that crocodile-like appearance. Spinosaurus was also thought to be bipedal when it made its appearance in Jurassic Park 3, a film made in year 2001. However, another discovery of Spinosaurus was made in Morocco of Northern Africa by Canadian paleontologist Dale Russell. It was then confirmed that Spinosaurus walked on all fours like a gorilla and was a quadrupedal dinosaur, unlike most others. And then, in year 2020, Spinosaurus was also confirmed to have a tail fin on its tail, used for swimming through rivers and swamps, like how a shark uses its tail fin to swim through oceans. Spinosaurus and its species might have been carnivores, but they are also fish-eating dinosaurs known as piscivores. This means that they like to eat fish, and there are many modern animals that like to eat fish too. For example, bears, eagles, seals, sharks, dolphins, And yes, even crocodiles. And penguins like to eat fish too. The most well-known aquatic prey Spinosaurus likes to catch is prehistoric sawfishes. They were probably bigger than regular sawfishes. When fishing, Spinosaurus will use its long snout and hold it underwater until a fish passes by, and then the Spinosaurus will strike the fish when the time is right. Whenever food is scarce, Spinosaurus will likely come on land and scavenge on some dead dinosaurs. But that would mean it would have to compete with other dinosaurs for food. This sometimes happens and other times it does not. Now that we've covered everything we need to know about Spinosaurus, it's time to talk about our next dinosaur, the Baryonyx. The dinosaur name Baryonyx means heavy claw because of the giant claws it had on each hand. Those claws were used for gripping fish out of the water, similar to how modern-day grizzly bears catch their salmon. And just like Spinosaurus, Baryonyx was also a carnivorous dinosaur and a fish-eating dinosaur. The remains of Baryonyx fossils were discovered between Europe and Africa. But most of all, Baryonyx was discovered in England of Europe, in the United Kingdom. In year 1983, Baryonyx fossils were found by paleontologist William Walker, who gave the Baryonyx the full name Baryonyx walkeri. And what's really interesting is that 70% of Baryonyx skeletons have been recovered, especially its vital skull. The size of Baryonyx was about 30 feet long and 10 feet tall. That's about as big as a giant box truck. Inside the Baryonyx fossils contained not only fish inside its stomach, but half-eaten baby dinosaurs, suggesting that Baryonyx hunted on land as it did with water, just like Spinosaurus and all of its cousins. Well guys, thank you for listening to this video, and I hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, leave a like in the comments and subscribe to this channel. Next time on my dinosaur series, we will talk about a group of small but fast-moving carnivorous dinosaurs known as dromaeosaurs, or raptors. This is Ian Fairley, and thank you for listening.